Hi guys! You have probably heard the phrase, misery loves company. You've probably also heard the phrase, if mama ain't happy, nobody's happy. Well, I can tell you in my household, there are some days when both of those phrases come true. When my daughter's having a bad day, everybody feels it, especially my husband. And part of the reason he feels it more than I feel it is because I work really hard to stay centered. He's still working on it. Then again, I'm the professional medium. He's not. So it makes sense that I am able to find my center a little bit easier than he does. Because when their discomfort, their unhappiness, those people around us, it doesn't have to affect us. Unfortunately, it often does. Partially because we're not aware of it, but also because we don't always have that center. And without having that center, we're more apt to take somebody's feelings, their snarkiness, their sharp tongue, their aggravation. We're apt to take it personal. It's important to remember though, that frustration, someone else being upset, their sharp tongue is most likely less of a reflection on you and more of a reflection on what they are feeling internally. They're going through something, and especially with the people who are around you, it's likely that they are going to unleash some of that frustration on you because they have to let it go somehow. You think of a little kid having a tantrum. They just have to let go of that frustration and they don't know how else to do it. And when it comes to our loved ones, they want to let go of their own frustration, and you're the one who's around, and that's one way to let go of it. So a little issue can become a bigger issue, and if you're not centered, you're likely to be taking it personal. My recommendation with all of this, and you'll hear me talk about this time and time again, I've talked about it in past videos, and I'm going to mention it again today. If you are feeling your peace being disrupted by somebody else, take a moment to practice that pause. Stop. Don't allow yourself to be hurt. Don't take it personal. Stop, take a few deep breaths, and then think, what is going on with the person who's being rude, unhappy, angry, aggravated, and is making you feel a little smaller. Take a moment to be putting yourself in their shoes. Because soon as you do, you're going to be able to recognize that there's something going on with them. Either they aren't feeling well and they have a migraine, like my daughter I was referencing when she's sick. We know because she's snarky, but it's because she's not feeling well. And we can't take it personal. Or there's something going on with work where somebody's feeling stressed. Or there's something, my husband recently, he's been having issues, as I mentioned yesterday, with the computer. So every time there's an issue, he gets frustrated and it comes out, it's like, seeps out into the atmosphere. And we can feel that. If we take that as personal, it can be really tough on a relationship. And that's part of what we were feeling yesterday and you saw in my video. Going back and putting it from their perspective makes it a lot easier to be able to keep your peace, find your center, and maintain your happiness that you've likely worked really hard to maintain. Those empaths out there this is even harder because sometimes those feelings, you're going to feel that subtleness of someone's emotion. Take a moment again to pause. One thing I do want to say about this, however, when you pause and you're making assumptions and you're putting yourself in somebody else's shoes, know that it is just your assumption. Don't take it as truth. When that person calms down, I encourage you to have the conversation with them about your assumptions, noticing that you feel as though they are more revved up and riled up, and bring up some of the things you may feel are going on. You know what it'll do? It'll help them find their center. How awesome is that? And ultimately then, if they become more centered, your peace, your calm, your center is going to be less likely to be interrupted. So I hope that helps. I talked a little bit about centering. I'll probably keep talking about these topics. Stay tuned for more videos. If you like what you're seeing, like, subscribe to my channel, and be sure to hit the little button with the bell so that you get notifications when a new video is up. So you'll get that ding, ding, ding. We all like to hear that. So guys, that is it for today. Talk to you soon. Oh, and always remember, you and you and you and you and you are a medium.